He left as the world fell into chaos and walked into the light. This is Skrillex.
Skrillex is dead.
DJ Smokey recommends you listen to this album from start to finish. Thank you for not skipping.
Hold up.
Skrillex is dead.
Sorry. What's up, Fuentes? How you doing? Welcome in, friend. What's up, Aaron? How you guys doing? Welcome in, guys. Happy Thursday. We're back. We want to listen to your music tonight. All you gotta do is comment your artist, comment your song name, and be following to submit. What's up, Jeremy? How you guys doing? What is it? Happy Thursday, guys. The weekend is almost here. Almost here. What's up, Krista? How you doing? Welcome in. Like I mentioned, we're doing a music feedback. If you're a singer, songwriter, producer, you make music, you put it out online somewhere, we want to love it out. We want to check it out and give some feedback on it. All you gotta do is comment your artist name, comment your song name to submit. We're doing all feedback all night, at least for the next half an hour. And then I'm going to go to bed. So if you want feedback on your tracks, you want a first person to listen, first time listen, feel free to comment your artist name and song name. What's up, Drew? How you doing, dude? Welcome in. What's up, Jeffy? What's up, David? How you guys doing? Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. Like I mentioned, what's up, Marcus? What's up, 8A Media? What's up, Royal? How you doing, dude? What's up, Need More Sleep? How you doing, dude? Shout out to the man watching on YouTube. Crazy. What's up, Prince? How you doing? Thank you so much, Dave, for the hearts, man. Appreciate you, man. We're just gonna dive into Need More Sleeps on YouTube because no one else has sent it to. But like I mentioned, guys, if you're a singer, songwriter, producer, you make music, you want to check it out, all you gotta do is comment your artist name, comment your song name, and to submit. There's no line, so the more you comment, the higher chance we'll see it and play it. And yeah. All right, Need More Sleep. This is for you, my friend. Cool. Ugh. God damn, dude. It's got like metal aspects, it's got that funk aspect, like it's really cool. Ugh. Damn. Good selection, Need More Sleep. Definitely a vibe. Thank you so much, Prince, for sending. We're gonna dive into your track right now. This is gonna be Cherry by Gabriella. Unless this is not the right one. Amy G. Data. I assume this is, yeah, Cherry. What's that? What's up, Victor? How you doing, dude? Cool. Cool sample. That's what Jordan I do, dude. If you guys are digging the song, spam your thumbs, send them some likes. This is Cherry by Gabriella. It's Tropic Days, I do, dude. Personally, I don't think the drums fit with the production. Very bubbly, kind of punchier drums. Would love like more R&B, like shorter transients and like a little bit tighter. With the vocal, I do recommend maybe pulling back some of the reverb she's applying on her voice. It's very, very washed out as soon as her vocal comes in past that intro. So pulling it back a little bit, I think would be nice. With those harmonies and doubles that are coming in, I think they're just too loud. I would just tuck them back a little bit more and make sure that it's very obvious which one is the lead vocal. Right now, when those harmonies and when those doubles come in, it does get a little cluttered. Like there's a lot happening vocally. So would love a moment where that doesn't happen. Would love some separation. Always make sure that there is a leader when it comes to vocals. It should be very obvious, like which one are we supposed to pay attention to? Which one are we, is the main focus for the track? So, yeah. But thank you so much for spending. Like I mentioned for guys before, for the free ones, all you gotta do is like I mentioned before, all you gotta do is comment your artist name, comment your song name, and be following to submit for the free ones. Free ones we do Spotify only. If anyone wants to send anything that's unreleased, you gotta send it on the Skip List. Skip List is a Galaxy on TikTok or $5 Cash App or Venmo. Yeah. This is gonna be The Mirror Never Lies by Victor Ferrer. Congrats on the release. This came out tomorrow, but today. Interesting. Not sure about this part. It's a little. What's up, Alexandra? How do you, dude? Welcome in. Let's go ahead. Thank you so much, David Truth, for the roses, dude. Appreciate you, man. Cool. My only note really is with how repetitive the track is, I'd love there to be more melodic variation, especially in those verses. Like we're getting that same melody and rhythm for too long. Nothing really changes. So either make it slightly different for that second half or make the section shorter, right? I'm talking about the melody that's coming in here. It's like cool. Like go up, go down, just change it a little bit so that's not exactly the same every single time. There are some parts that get a little bit busy in terms of the vocals as well as the production. I'd love just more empty space, right? I think as artists and producers, our main goal is like, hey, how much stuff can I really cram into this song? It's worth doing that in the beginning, but towards the end and when you're really trying to finish the track, it's worth going back in and trying to make space for what's actually important in the song, and that's mainly going to be the vocal, potentially some of the instrumentation, but leaving space for things to shine is going to be the main important thing going forward. So yeah, but thank you so much for sending. Hey, if you guys are here, welcome in. My name is Michael. I'm a music producer that's signed with Sony. I do a lot of stuff for the Asian music space, so for Korea, Japan, and China. I have 2 cuts, one actually coming out in Japan this year at some point. The year's almost over, but who knows when it's going to come out. And then have another one that I've just found out about a couple months back for another Japanese group that's coming out in May of next year. So other than that, I do a lot of stuff for TV and film, a lot of stuff for random shows. I need music. I have a couple songs with American Horror Story. Welcome to Wrexham is like a soccer documentary. Love Island, I got on the last season of that for a couple songs. Jersey Shore, I have a bunch of tracks with them. But enough about me. Tonight we're listening to you guys' music. So if you're a singer, songwriter, producer, you make music, you also check it out. All you gotta do is comment your artist name, comment your song name, and be following to submit. For the free ones, we're doing Spotify only. If anything is unreleased, anything that's on like SoundCloud, you gotta send it on the skip list. Skip list, like I mentioned before, it's $5 to any of these links on the top, the Venmo or the Cash App. So yeah, what's happening? This is gonna be Cruise by David Truth. What's up, Dustin? How you doing, dude? Afrobeat, maybe.
Make you understand. So now you be the only one what I want. Shawty, I cannot make you understand. I really wanna make you mine.
Did you promote this album at all? Like,
girl, I wanna please you. I wanna hold you. I wanna buy you memories. I wanna spoil you. I wanna put you down, put this thing up on you. But right now, while you're fronting,
okay. Let's go ahead. Cool. I'm gonna go back a little bit. 2 things I recommend. The first one, I'd like work on the mix. The track, for some reason, the vocal is really inconsistent in volume. There's some parts where it feels good, and there's other parts where it feels like we're maybe trying to hide it for some reason. Don't do that. The track is very, very open and very, very empty. So the main thing that the listener is going to be paying attention to is your vocal. So make sure it's loud, proud, and present. The second thing I'd recommend is we don't need a 20-second intro for a track like this. Like, get into the meat and potatoes faster. It's already a short song, but the moment of like kind of just sitting in like what exactly are we sitting through is kind of felt in that first 20 seconds. Like, either introduce your vocal earlier or just cut the section down to start the verse faster. It does sound like you kind of just freestyling for the beats. It doesn't really seem like there's like a ton of like melodic cohesion between parts of the track. Like, it feels like you're just kind of riffing random words together, and then when the chorus hits, it's like, ours, we have the chorus written down, we have that repeated, for the second half. But the verses, I don't know, the verses like aren't cool enough to sit by themselves, and there's so much space you're not using. Like, would love to, maybe take another stab at those verses, see if you can come up with something cooler, something that can take up more space in the track, or adding in more production on top to, fill in those gaps would be helpful. The only other thing I'd suggest is you're not really doing any sort of vocal layering with Afrobeat, especially. Like, it's a very spacey kind of rhythm-based genre where there's a lot of empty room, right? And with that empty room, you can make the most out of it by layering your voice with doubles, harmonies, ad-libs, vocal effects, other stuff to just fill in those gaps. It needs that. It needs that for sure, because right now it's like, this would be a track like I can see most people just skipping through, because it's like, hey, like, there's nothing, there's nothing crazy about it. There's nothing that's like keeping me entertained as the listener. Like, the melodies aren't selling it. So something else has to, if that isn't going to be as strong in the track. So yeah. But thank you so much for sending. Like I mentioned before, guys, all you gotta do is comment your artist name, comment your song name, and be following to submit. What's up, Mona? How you doing? We do the show every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting at 10 p.m. PST. So yeah. One other advice for you, David, is I wouldn't put out an EP or an album. Like, just put out singles if you can. You haven't put out anything this year. Don't really know what you're doing, but you have 5,000 followers on TikTok. You know, why not try to push some of those people to like check out your older songs? Like, it's always worth like making a couple of videos about your old catalog and seeing if you can get people to check it out. Because you have 8 monthly listeners right now, right? It's like, push some people towards your old catalog, because you never know. You know, if someone hears your song for the first time, that's the first time they're hearing it. It doesn't really matter when it came out. Expand the lifespan of your music is really the goal here. The only other thing I'd recommend is change the cover for the top of your artist profile. You can do that if you have access to a distributor. So if you're using a DistroKid or CD Baby or whatever, you'll have access to Spotify for Artists. You can make this change and fix it. Definitely recommend you do that, so it's a little more professional, so there's more cohesion and branding for your page. So, yeah. But thank you so much for sending, man. Thank you so much. Well, like I mentioned before, guys, all you gotta do is comment your artist name, comment your song name, and be following. Yep, no problem. Yep. But yeah, dude, any way you can, always try to be building up that audience, because you never know. You never know. Thank you so much for the friendship necklace, man. Like, seriously, like, if you have an audience somewhere, like, it's going to be, the main thing is, like, how can I convert some of those people to checking out your music, right? And that could be, like, you know, if your page isn't music based, like, if it's not really, like, a music thing, then, you know, what can you do, right? I would honestly just, if you can, like, do you have? Like, having your music underneath your videos is important too. Like, even if you're just doing like a silly like meme video or whatever, just like have it playing in the back or have it as a sound is a great way to link people to maybe check it out for the future. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for sending. What's up, Johnny? Hey, dude. Welcome in.
Throw the car and drive. Maybe I'll go out tonight. Take one step outside my mind. Throw it all aside for another time. Now you can't catch me in my new disguise. No.
What's up, Project Side Dude? Welcome back. Bro, you never hit me up, man. What's happening? What are we doing, man? When are we working?
Now you've got me in the middle of everything that I've denied. But you're still too late. You found your fate, but not quite mine. And I might be a little bit insane, but at least I know how to stay in my own lane.
Hey, Tropic Days. Appreciate you, man. Where's your track? How can we play it? Actually, no. So if you have the file, man, can you send it on Boombox? There's a link in my bio. If it's, I assume it's unreleased, right? Or is it released? What's the situation with this one? Yeah. Released, unreleased. Wait, okay, it's on a link. Sick. Okay, we can play there. Don't worry. Give me 30 seconds. Google Drive. Okay. Dope. Nice. But you put the link. It's all that matters. Thank God. Okay. It didn't copy the link, dude. It's drive.google.com/drive/folders. If you can, if you're on your computer, upload it to the Boombox. So if you click the link, where the fuck is my hand? No. Click the link, click my face there, go to my profile, and then upload the track to Boombox. It'll let me pull it up on here faster, and then we can give you like time-stamped feedback. Yeah. Yep. you'll just need to upload it to like a folder called Izuma Feedback Volume 1 or something. Yeah, that's all I gotta do. What's up, Ali? How you doing? Welcome in. Yep. But yeah, as soon as you do that, just let me know. We can dive into it right after. For anyone curious, we had a playlist that we started when we first started doing the show that we've been going on since last year. Crazy enough. Just click on the link in my bio. You should see like Boombox upload or something. Let me see if I could share it from here actually. Hold up. Yeah, if you can, try this link. See if that works for you. Unless it didn't let me send. What the fuck? Hold up. Let me figure this out. Hold up. If I click you here. But anyways, we started this feedback stream back in last year. We were doing it pretty much weekly, and it's grown into something really cool. Yeah, we took a small break because I moved. I'm currently based in LA now. A bunch of other was like, hey, I don't really know if I want to keep doing this because it was just killing my sleep schedule. Like I was going to bed super late, and staying up and trying to get as many songs as we could. So now we set limits, and we hopefully can be better with getting better sleep. So I just sent you the link, Tropic, to your DMs on TikTok as well, if that makes it easier to find. So what's up, Mash? How you doing, dude? What's up, RM? How you doing? But yeah, I mean, the playlist is really fun. There's a lot of like random stuff. Like you can see, these are songs that we basically really enjoyed that we wanted to add. This one actually shouldn't be on here because it's not from the feedback stream. I don't know why it's in this folder. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is really cool. Definitely worth checking it out if you haven't already. It's like in the link in my bio if you want to see it. There's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of interesting songs. It's personally fun for me to just kind of scroll through because you can kind of see like which artists are like still like trying to do music and which ones might have given up or might have transitioned to something else. Because you can see like some of these songs are like they're whited out. Like that just means like, hey, like their catalog's gone. Like they took the song off. Where is it? This one guy took it off completely. So yeah. But like I mentioned, if you're a singer, songwriter, producer, you make music, you want to check it out, all you gotta do is come to our sim, come to song name, and be following to submit. Still waiting for Gabe or a Tropic to upload his track so we can dive in. Looks up Alexandra. How you doing? What's up, Tim?
Walk me home, close the door.
Look good, play good, play good, play good, play good, live good, live good. You know, eat good.
Tropic, are you still here, dude? Do we figure out? Did you get your song sent? Hopefully. Maybe. Let me check my messages unless he didn't reply. Tropic. Yo, what's up, the number 3? Hey, dude. Welcome back. Yeah, Tropic, if you can hear me or see me or anything, check the check your DMs. Yeah. Just send me a message. I just DM'd you on TikTok. Yeah, just send me the link there. Yeah, and we can dive in. What's up, lover girl? Welcome back.
Hey, so I'm sitting there the other night. I pull out the GQ magazine, right? I look at the cover. I said, "Whoa, that's me." Come on, see me Louis Vuitton, my Louis Vuitton. I said, "Stop." On my record.
Damn, it's just Tropic. It's just Tropic here, man. We'll do as many songs as you want, Tropic. You get that one-on-one feedback.
There's some people in your life that I know just don't deserve your loving heart. You get higher than a kite because what's the point?
Cool, I just got it.
The world's so fucking dark.
Hopefully the sharing permission is working. Nice.
That you're right. This is a
All right, which one are we doing? Which one are we doing, Tropic? Make Believe. Cool. Let's play it. What's up, cousin Gabe? How you doing, dude? We gotta wait a second for it to load, I think. Oop. Are these songs done? Still need to... What are the progress on these? What percentage do you think they're finished? Hold up. It's not gonna play. I'm gonna download the file because it's not playing on the speakers. Hold up. One sec. Unless I turn it 2 down. Wait, hold up. Hold up. This, and then we open it here. Nope. iTunes. Okay, let's try now. Cool. 80%? Okay. Cool. Have you tuned the vocals on this yet? Go on pause for a second. I would recommend, like, before you even really look at the master, like, try and get everything, at least get the bones of the track sounding good, right? Definitely would recommend, like, you got to tune those vocals. There are some that are just not in key. A way to do it fast is you tune the lead vocal first, and then based on whatever that key is, you can then retune all of the harmonies and doubles that are coming in. But first off, definitely do that before you plan on mastering. Yeah, a little still pitchy, dude. Still. Cool. I would recommend pulling back a little bit of the reverb that you have. It's very, very washed out right now. The drums are super washed out. The guitar is. The vocals especially. A little bit of reverb goes a long way. If you want to have that drowned out sound, great. But use a send, use a return channel, and try and EQ it afterwards, because right now, it's anytime you add a reverb plugin, it's always going to introduce like some sort of low bass that you don't hear and a lot of high end that's going to be too bright. Add a nice high shelf and a low shelf to the track to make sure that you're cutting out all that garbage, because it's going to make the mix sound muddier and too bright if you leave it in. It's definitely a bit muddy, like in the track as a whole. Yeah, same thing here. You can hear like the vocals really struggling to find any space because everything is crazy washed out and crazy, over compressed to a point. I think with this one, like it might be faster to just kind of start from scratch on the mix. Again, there's like 8 seconds of just sounds on there. Okay. Here's what I would do for this track in particular. I would like duplicate the session and then I would work in a new copy of it. That way, like if you don't like the changes you're going to make, like you still have that old version you spent time on. The first thing I would do is mix the instrumental first. And that's going to be, getting the drums feeling really good. Once you do the drums, do the bass. Then after the bass, do the tonal instruments like the guitar. If there's any sort of other stuff in the background, do that after. Really make sure those drums are feeling good and they're not crazy washed out, I think is going to be the first thing. Right now, like because of how much reverb you're applying to those drums, they lose any sort of punch or transients in them. And that's making them sound too washed out and kind of muddied up and like it's missing and doesn't have like a, it's hard to figure out like what direction the drums are going just because of how drowned out they are. So leave them punchier, leave the transients intact just so it's a little bit easier to hear and understand. Once you have the instrumental mixed, I would then recommend focusing on your lead vocal. The first thing is definitely getting the timing down. The whole thing needs to just be in tempo and synced up together. There are some parts where the guitar is maybe coming in like half a beat early and it just sounds weird because it sounds like a mistake, not something that was done on purpose. So making sure that you're locking everything into the tempo and groove of the track is really important. Once you've done the lead vocal, after you've timed it, then you tune it. Don't tune first and then time. Always retime first and then tune. It's going to be a lot faster and easier to do. After you've done that, then I would spend the time on your doubles and harmonies. Go back in and line those up with that lead and then retune those after you've timed them. Once you've done all that, then it's a volume thing. Then it's like, all right, like, do I need all these layers super loud? Try turning some of them down and then panning them out of the way, right? All the doubles and kind of harms I hear, I'd love if they were just not in the way of the lead. Like, pan them. They're layers or accents. They're not focal points to take away from that lead important sound. The only other thing I would do after that is slowly add in a little bit of reverb and a little bit of delay for the instruments that need it, right? The guitars for sure, definitely the vocals, but use it sparingly. Don't overdo it because what's happening right now, I think, is that you're driving everything through reverb and it's making the whole track sound too washed out and a little bit unfocused, right? There's just too much happening and we're losing like the main point of the song because of how drenched it is. So, yeah. But I think that'll fix like 90% of it. And then from there, it's like, then you could, change some other things production wise, add in some other elements. The song is a good length. It's not too long. I think it's like, once you figure out that mix stuff, then it's going to be a more enjoyable full experience. Because right now, like I was kind of skipping through towards the end because I'm like, all right, like there's already a couple things that are like not feeling right. As for the listener, like they're going to make that decision within the first 10, 20 seconds. Yeah. Structure's fine, I think. Yeah. Structure's okay. It's just the mix, but you can see like right here, right? If I go back to the guitar. Like that didn't come in tempo. Like that's like what? The fill was like off. I'm not sure if you're playing everything live or you're playing with a click, but like play with a click. Get everything in line with that click, and then you can add like a slight amount of swing. But it shouldn't sound messy. It shouldn't sound like we're guessing what the tempo is every 8 measures. So yeah. Fun stuff. Whew. But thank you so much for sending, dude. Yeah. If you need, like, if you're like, hey, like, I don't want to mix this anymore, like, I'm kind of sick of the track. I also do mixing for people if you want to hit me up. Yeah, send me a DM on Instagram is the best way to reach out. I work pretty quick. Can probably finish this one in like a week. A lot of it is just going to be going back in and retiming things and making sure like the track feels good in tempo. So if you want to give it a shot, let me know. You can send you my rates and we can go from there if I'm a good fit. But yeah, I mix a lot of people that I meet on TikTok just because a lot of times it's like one small thing that needs to be fixed and it's like, all right, now we're good to go. Yeah. Rates, yeah. So I charge different depending on the track. For this one, like it's gonna need basically like everything. It's gonna need vocal comping, and it's gonna also need stem mixing. Stem mixing is basically taking the individual parts of the track and then mixing them together. Versus like working with like a 2-track, like rappers like will work with like a 2-track where it's like just the track and their vocal. That's it. This would be stems. So for stem mixing, I charge $500. That includes 2 rounds of revisions. Yeah, but that includes vocal comping, vocal mixing, vocal retiming and tuning, and then stem mixing for the instrumental and mastering. So it's mixing and mastering. It's like $450, I think, for the mixing part, and then $50 for the mastering. Because at that point, like, it's done. The mastering is just getting it loud enough and making sure that there's nothing weird happening in the track. Yeah. And in terms of turnaround time, it's like a week. For EPs and albums, I do like a 20% off discount if it's more than 3 songs. So if it's like, let's say there's 3 songs, right? Just for example, it would be like 1,500 minus like 150, or whatever 20% is of 1,500 minus that. So yeah. But with those, like, I need more time because it's going to take longer. But yeah, definitely open to doing albums and EPs and stuff like that if your budget has room for it. Yeah. So, but if you do, like, if you don't think I'm the right fit, totally fine too. Like if you do work with someone else, like I recommend like getting the same person to mix everything is important, and getting them to master everything is the same, is very important, just to make sure that it's consistent across every song. Because what they'll probably do is like they'll reuse different vocal chains and they'll reuse different templates to like get the songs to match sonically, and that's going to be very important if you do plan on putting it out as like a complete project. So yeah. Yep. But yeah, yeah, mixing's fun. It's good. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, it'll like I can fix. I'm already hearing like 90%. Like most of this like would just be going back in and like fixing the timing and fixing the tuning, which might take a little bit of time, but I work quick, so I can get it done pretty fast. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for sending. But like I mentioned before, guys, if you're a singer, songwriter, producer, you make music, you want us to check it out, we're going to do one more song tonight, and then I'm going to go to bed because my contacts are like super dry right now, and they're like pulling my eye out. So yeah, if you have a song you want to be the last one you put tonight, all you got to do is comment your artist name and comment your song name so we can find it, so we can play it, and give you some hopefully useful feedback to make better music is always the goal. Yeah. Or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to end the stream at 11:30 regardless. So.
You don't wanna try sometime, but I think that's alright. So please just take your time, and soon you'll see it's all planned out. The when and how is predetermined. We all just live.
Thank you for the hearts, DJ Unauthorized. Yeah, if it's on Spotify, man, we could play it. Just for we don't do SoundCloud though. Yeah. Unfortunately. What's up, Loa? How you doing?
Has there ever been a time where you feel like you're falling apart, but you can't let go? Do you ever wonder why everybody makes it their priority to tell you you're wrong?
Una, gotcha.
Or that you seem off?
That is a lot easier. Unauthorized is a mouthful, man.
With everything I know now, I could figure it out. But would it be irrational if it's all planned out?
You're chilling. You're good. No worries. No problem. Always glad to help. Always fun to hear new music. Funny enough, yeah, a lot of the people that I find that I'm like, oh, they're making some dope stuff. I try to do like projects with them just to get them some more music done, and honestly just like getting some like stuff working for them. So I do a lot of stuff for the Sony library, so a lot of stuff for TV and film, and always looking for singers and for producers for that. So this is a good way to find people that can work relatively quick and that are independent. That makes it a lot easier to get stuff cleared and entered into that library. Yeah, it's always fun. Yeah. So funny enough, like I've met like probably like a handful of people that way, and it's been like a great way to just like find dope talent quickly. Yeah. Always fun. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed because it is 11:30. But thank you guys for hanging out. Shout out Una, shout out Alexandre, shout out Lolo for hopping in. We're gonna be live next week on Monday, starting at 10 p.m. PST. We're gonna be back again with feedback. So yeah. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you're not experience any crazy turmoil in terms of weather. It's supposed to storm in LA this weekend, so hopefully it doesn't, but we'll see. But thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys on Monday. Peace. Have a great weekend.